Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to explain how to plot graphs between a dependent variable and an independent variable using MATLAB. The equation that I have taken for this, let us say that we take this equation y is equal to 2 into x square to 2x raised to the power 2 plus 3x plus 10. So you can see y is the dependent variable and x is the independent variable. And I'm going to show you how to plot this graph in MATLAB. So it's going to be very simple. So let us do it. So here we go. The first step that I'm going to do is I'm going to create the x-axis. So in order to create the x-axis, what I'm actually going to do is, let us say that x is equal to 0 is to 0.5 is to 10, which means that the value of x goes from 0 to 10, and you have an increment of 0.5. So the first value is 0, the second value of x is going to be 0.5, the third value is 1 and 1.5 to 2.5, so on and so forth. One thing that I have to tell you is this x is going to be a matrix. The MATLAB reads that as a matrix. So you can see if I just type x in the command window now, you can see that it is reading that as a matrix. There are 21 columns in this matrix. Obviously there will be 21 columns because from 0, 0.5, if you count, it's going to be 21. We can count the size of x. Size of x is, it has got 1 row and 21 columns. So we have created the x-axis. Next we are going to create the y-axis. Of course, this is our independent variable. So this is our independent variable. So you can just type percentage and write whatever comments that you want to type, you can just type. So it will not be considered as a code. MATLAB will consider that as a comment and it will leave the comment intact. Now what is our equation? Y is equal to, so it is 2x squared plus 3x plus 10. So it is 2 into x squared. So here we go. It is 2 into x dot to the power 2. The reason why I'm saying that you have to put this dot, that is very important. Otherwise, what it will try to do is, it will try to multiply the entire matrix, right? It will try to take the square of the entire matrix. And it's not going to be possible because finding the square of an entire matrix is possible only if it obeys the laws of matrix multiplication. But if you put a dot here, what it is actually going to do is it's going to take the square of each of the elements in the x matrix. So it is 2x squared plus 3 into x plus 10. So that is our dependent variable because y depends on x. So that is our dependent variable. Okay, now all we have to do is plot y along the y-axis. Let us say that x along the x-axis. Let us see what is the type of graph that we are going to get. So you can get the values of y now. Okay, you just run this section and you can clear this command window. You can see that I have got the values of y. So that's it. Now we are going to plot y against x. I'm going to use the plot command. So plot y, I'm sorry, x comma y, comma, and I want my graph to be blue in color, so I type the letter B, so you can see what I am typing. So I am using the plot command, x comma y, and I want my graph blue in color, so I type the letter B, and I'm sorry, here we go, and I can tune the width of the line of the graph. Usually people type 2. If you want to increase the visibility, you just increase the number. Okay, simple as that. So let us see whether we get the graph. Simple as that. Okay, now if you want to put a label along the x-axis, you can put a label, x label. It can be the number of years, so I'm just typing years. Okay, and if you want to put the y label, you just type, let us say that y stands for your growth in life. I wish that your growth in life is going to be exponential. It just goes through the roof. But just for example, it's just quadratic at this moment of time. Now you save it and you can run this section to see whether the labels are visible. Okay, years and growth in life. Okay, so in 10 years you are getting, let's say that $250 million, around a little short of $250 million. Okay, very ambitious. So that's it. Suppose you want to change the graph from blue to red, you just type R. It's a red graph. You want to plot by red diamonds, you just type after R shift 6, which means it's going to be full of red diamonds instead of a straight line. Okay, here we go. You want blue diamonds, replace R by B. You want black diamonds, well, B is already taken, so you use the letter K. There we go. Suppose you want magenta color and you want dashed lines. Okay, you just type this way. You are going to get dashed lines like this. So this is a very simple way by which you can plot the graph. Suppose you want to plot one more graph. You can type the next equation. Say for example, f is plotted along the y-axis. F is equal to, now this time it's going to be exponentially increasing. Exponential of x. Okay, let us see. I'm going to run this section. Of course it is exponentially. Okay, now it's still plotting x and y, but I have to use the plot command again. So to plot between f and y, come on, this time the color is going to be blue and the line width, let us say that it is 1.5. Let us see whether I'm getting an exponentially increasing curve. Yeah, it's exponentially increasing. Well, my goodness, I think I should type x comma f. X comma f. I'm sorry about all these mistakes. So it's x comma f. That is right. So initially you are not getting much of a pay rise, but as you actually progress towards the number of years, the growth in life, you can see that it is increasing tremendously. So that is the power of exponential growth. But you can see that the first graph is missing. Now you want to compare the first and the second graph. I'm just going to use the hold on command so that it holds the first graph and you can see the two. It's just a comparison. You can see that the exponential growth, and you can compare it with the quadratic growth, and the quadratic growth is no match to exponential growth. If you compare the quadratic growth with an exponential growth, then all we can say is that quadratic growth is no growth at all. Thank you so much for all your patience. Yeah, this is the way you can do some manipulations in MATLAB and plotting the graph. Thank you.